Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Carlos Hernandez, aka your favorite YouTuber, and we're back again with another video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about my portfolio. This is obviously my portfolio update, my weekly portfolio update. And if you're new to the series, if you're new to my channel, it's pretty self-explanatory. I just tried to make a weekly video explaining what deals or what trades I've gone into, what my profit and loss situation is, and I reveal my positions and just the money and where I'm at my portfolio for this week. And obviously we want to see my account grow, we don't want to see it go down, but this is a learning experience for me. A trader, I'm like an average trader. I'm trying to get more into it, but this is a way for me to keep myself accountable and to show you guys my progress or the lack thereof in my video. So, and before we get into this video, if you don't know where we're at, make sure to check out last week's video. It's going to be up here somewhere. Without further ado, let's actually head into my Robinhood portfolio. I'll show you guys where my numbers are at this week, because this is like the next episode from that episode. That makes sense? I think that makes sense. But let's just get into it. All right, bye.
Here we go!
All right, everyone. Obviously here you can see my Robinhood portfolio. You know, we're just gonna go straight into it. As you can tell, my week has been pretty good games. Back-to-back gains of about $1,000 a week. Last week we earned $1,000, and this week, or technically 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago we earned $1,000, and this week this previous week we made another $1,000. I'm filming this video a little bit late, so it's kind of going into the next portfolio update, but don't bother that we haven't realized any profits yet, so we'll see. But essentially what we can see on my screen is that, you know, we made 2K in the past week. That's what it's saying, but it's usually about, or it's technically about $1,000 that past week, and I'll show you guys the trades that we've gone into. But this is pretty good considering my portfolio size and what happened to it. And if you guys don't know what happened to my portfolio, I basically lost a bunch of it because of GameStop, and even though I was up $1 million quadrillion at one point, I was stupid. I didn't, so I was a bag holder, and you know how that played out for a bunch of people. So if you want to see what happened to my portfolio, and it's pretty crazy what happened because I hit 6 figures at one point. I'm gonna link this video up here somewhere, and it's the most popular video on my channel. It's almost at 600 views, which is crazy for my small channel. So please go check that out if you're watching this video. And if not, we're just gonna go straight into the actual trades that I managed to do last week and how I managed to pull out another K profit. So as you guys can see here, we're going into my Google Sheets, and I also made a video about this. I'll put it up here because I think it's very practical for new traders. And like I said, I'm a medium average trader. I'm trying to take it more seriously, and I think this is a method for me to learn from my trades and to document, and it'll just help me in the long run. But the trades that I did gain some pretty good profit on, as you can see here, are Socket. Socket was one of those big trades that ran insanely high last week. It's one of those random stocks that had some random news, and for no reason the stock went to like $30. It was like at $7 in the morning, and then it went to $30. It had no business going up to $30. There is honestly no reason, because it was just the company released news of a new scanner for the new iPhone that they did. It was like a product, but there was no business for Socket to go that high. I actually was very fortunate because when I did get in, I got in at a pretty high price. I got in like around $12, $13 if I remember correctly. I don't even need to remember, it's right here. I got around $12.90, and it actually sunk for like 20% down. And you know, call it lucky, call me a dumbass or whatever, but I held it and I got very lucky. And when I came back to look at it, it was at $17 and I sold. So I was like, oh my God, I made a bunch of money. I'm a genius. Obviously not. I was just really lucky. But after that, it proceeded to run even higher and higher and higher, and it went to 20, 25, 30, and I think it reached around $35 throughout that day. So I could have doubled my profits, but whatever. I didn't lose any money, and that's fine. And as you can see here, I'm gonna scroll on the screen so you guys can see right here, I made 1.5K. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And you know, I was very fortunate. You know, like I said, the thought process of me holding, to be honest, was one kind of stupid because I should have sold at, you know, losing a little bit less money. Obviously, you don't want to lose 20% of your portfolio or lose 20% in any trade at all. You should have a smaller stop limit. But I didn't because I'm stupid, and you know, I just profited from it. And I also had the mentality of, you know, the retail investor might have not seen this news yet, and it may be picked up like throughout the middle of the day, you know, on CNBC. All these analysts might be talking about these huge moves that it's making, about the news, and etc. And I think that's ultimately what happened, kind of playing to the trader psychology aspect of trading, because trading isn't only technical charts and everything, it's also the psychological components of it. So I kind of got lucky, and a lot of people kept trying to go in because FOMO, I guess, and that's why I drove it. But I'm fortunate to not lose money, and I actually made 1,500 off that, so pretty good trade for me. And the next trade that I made that week, which was a pretty good trade as well, was CCIV. CCIV is Churchill Capital, and I made a video about this literally like yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. And the reason why this has been gaining traction and popularity was because that today, they actually released it today, that Lucid Motors made a deal with the SPAC known as CCIV, Churchill Capital, and they're buying Lucid Motors, which is a pretty big deal because Lucid Motors is an EV company. And if you guys want to hear more about that news and more about the deal, more about that company, I'll put another link up here to my videos, because I've been covering these topics, these hot trends, news about the stock market to keep you guys updated, and also for myself. So make sure you guys will watch that as well. It's very informative. I spent a lot of time on the video too, so that'll be cool. But I bought options for this, and it played out in my favor. They were pretty expensive, so this one cost $3,000, not $39. So $3,900, almost $4K for an option, but it played out in my favor. I knew about the hype. Like I said, trading isn't only candlesticks and technical analysis. Sometimes it's just the psychological aspect. That quote, buy the rumor, sell the news. I think I did play this pretty well. You can say that I'm not playing my next one, the next play that I had with CCIV, well, because the rumor or the deal came out later today, or sometime today, and it crashed, but we'll see how that'll play. That'll be in another video. But I made $500 off this. A bunch of people were flocking towards the stock, and that pushed it higher and higher, and it was just a quick in, quick out type of play. I made $500, like not even swing trading. That was literally a day trade of options. So if I would have held it, the stock actually started going up and up and up, and I forgot what I sold it at because it's not in here, but it was pretty profitable. I think it was, obviously you can just do the math. I sold it around $4,600 to make that $500 profit, and it actually went even further than that. And those are just the prices of my options. That wasn't the price reflected of the underlying stock, but it did go higher. I think it reached like $60 that day, and I sold around like 59, something like that. So yeah, that was that play. And then the last play that I did last week, because I didn't want to be too greedy, but I ended up being greedy, and it cost me a lot of profit. The last trade I made last week was Dogecoin, and this was around the time, I think it was Thursday. This is around the time the GameStop trial, the congressional hearing was taking place. And during all that stuff, I was obviously watching the congressional hearing, right? Because it was a big moment in history. But all the meme stocks were going crazy, and one of those meme stocks was Dogecoin. Obviously, it's not a stock, cryptocurrency, right? But the meme stuff, the meme trades were going crazy, and Dogecoin had a big swing at one point through the congressional hearing. And I'm so stupid, because last week would have been so good to me, but I'm one greedy mother effer, right? I'm super greedy, and I thought I learned my lesson to take profits, but I didn't. And I was literally up at 1K for Dogecoin because it went up so much, or almost 1K. But I didn't sell. I'm stupid. I'm really stupid. And then it went down to 700, 600, 500, and even went back to 200, and it even went back up to 500. And I didn't sell because I was like, oh my God, it'll just bounce back to 1,000, make it like a $2,000 week, almost $3,000 week, and I'll just call it a week. That's it. And that didn't happen because I'm stupid. I should have taken profits. And even at $500, I could have taken profits then, but I'm greedy. I need to learn my lesson, and I think that was just another wake-up call for me to just take profits, because that was a big, that could have been a very big play for my portfolio. Being up another K or even another $500 would have made wonders to my portfolio, but I got greedy. I mean, at least I didn't lose money, so that's a lesson learned. Profit is profit. That's another lesson learned, but I only made a measly $86 from the $1,000 or even $500 of what I could have taken. But those are lessons. Don't get greedy, guys. Make sure you take your profits. And yeah, those are the 3 plays that I made that week. Obviously not the most active trader, not super active, but trying to carefully pick plays, trying to pick my my day trades because as you know, if your account's under 25k, you only have 3 day trades within the week. And you know, these were 3 trades, they weren't day trades. But you know, you just have to pick them carefully. You don't have to trade every day. You just have to pick them good, pick them well, and make sure that the trades that you do, you're feeling confident in, and hopefully, you know, the favors in your side, and yeah, you'll be profitable. But those are my trades, those are my portfolios. Let's just go back just so you guys can see again. So the beginning of last week, I had like around 5k. I started losing some money. I made a losing trade. That was like the prior week, and then, you know, it just took up, and up to 7.5k. Hopefully I can reach around 10k the end of next month. That'd be super awesome, you know, making consistent gains, but we'll see. So yeah, that's it. So that was my video, guys. I hope you guys liked it. I had some pretty good gains. It's been consistent from these 2 past weeks, because back-to-back gains of like 1,000 plus per week, it's pretty unreasonable, especially with the size of my account. That's like a pretty good chunk of my portfolio every week. And because I don't want to set unrealistic expectations for myself, and you know, the smaller it is, you know, the more consistent profits you can take. I'll take that rather than hitting a home run and then losing a bunch consecutively or just simultaneously and all that stuff. So, you know, trying to be consistent. So far it's been pretty good. We're gonna see how this week plays out. So far this week has been kind of rocky. The market's been down a lot, and I'm sure you guys have experienced that as well, because a lot of the blue chip stocks, right, a lot of the S&P 500 stocks have been down. But that's just one of the things that happens in the market, and you just have to be patient. So I hope you guys liked that video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. It really helps on my channel a lot. I'll see you guys next week for another video, and peace.
Hold up.
Guys, if you don't know, WeBull will be giving you 2 free stocks when you sign up and deposit your first $100.
Perfect.
With any of these stocks being valued up to $1,400. If you're not signed up already, make sure to use my link down in the description. Also, you'll get $10 worth of Bitcoin on Coinbase when you buy or sell your first $100 worth of Bitcoin. Link is also down in the description.